Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to show you how much I can put in my BEVISGEAR, I think that's what it's called, versus my WANDRD Provck. And I can put a lot of gear into the BEVISGEAR. So here's the list. I've got the Sony a7 IV plus the Tamron 28-75 and the Sony a7 III with the same lens but the version 1. Then I've got the Sony 35mm f1.8, I've got the Sony 55mm f1.8, I've got the Sony 85mm f1.8, I've got the Tamron 17-28 f2.8, I've got the Tamron also 70-180 G1. I can put 7 Sony batteries in it, 2 ND filters in cases, and I can put a MacBook Pro up to 15 inches. With the case, I've tried. So let me show you now how everything will fit in the WANDRD Provck, starting with my 13-inch MacBook Pro M1. I'm going to have to rearrange the paddings inside to fit all the lenses in it. Now I'm going to put the Sony a7S III with the Tamron 28-75, and I'm adding the pads. Note that I wouldn't be able to do this with the new padding system of the WANDRD Provocks that are much thicker, just like the ones in the BEVISGEAR. So I can put a lot more than I could with the new ones. And note that the Tamron 17-28 is too tall to fit vertically in the case. That's why I have to put it horizontally. And that is especially true if I have a computer in the computer compartment. So now I have the Tamron 17-28, the 55mm Sony, I think, or 35, and the Tamron 70-180. And I've decided to put the Tamron 17-28 horizontally, and this is what I have left to fit in the bag. So unfortunately, I have only the small cube, the photo cube, and I could put the big lens like that, just floating around the top shelf, but it's not super safe, to be honest. I don't want it to roll around, especially if I have to put other items in it, and usually I keep the top shelf for a gimbal. So you could also put it in this compartment. It's not padded at all, but it will stop it from being scratched. So technically you could carry everything like that without having to buy the bigger cube, which is very expensive, to be fair. I think it's $80 or $70. And there's plenty of room for the batteries on the side pocket. I can fit about 4 or 5 easily in it. What I like also about the Provck is the fact that you can put a 13-inch iPad in front of the bag in this zipper here. You can very easily slide it in and out because it opens all the way. And this top shelf rolling system is also amazing, just to put my jacket, sweater, or anything like that, and you can just extend it by unrolling it. It is not the safest compartment, so I don't put anything fancy in it, but putting my gimbal in this compartment makes it so much easier to carry it, and I don't have to carry an extra gimbal bag with me. So the one thing that the BEVISGEAR does amazingly is protect your gear. This snapping on and off is so handy when you're in a fast-paced environment that you don't have time to unzip and rezip your bag. I can just push it down, it will clip, and I know that if anyone moves the bag, it will be safe. And also if anyone puts something on the bag, it is much safer than the WANDRD Provck, because of those pads that are pretty thick and sturdy. I think you could technically stand up on the bag, and I think that your gear would be pretty safe. I'm not going to test it, but I know it is much safer than the WANDRD Provck. So overall, I think that the WANDRD Provck can carry more stuff. It's more versatile, but it is also less safe, and in my opinion, very expensive. And if you consider, all the cubes that you have to get, I think it's about $300 for the bag, similar to the BEVISGEAR, but I think the BEVISGEAR does add something to it. When I'm going on shoots, I always take the BEVISGEAR because I know that my gear is going to be safe. In terms of prices, the Provck is around $324 and the BEVISGEAR is around $350, so very much the same, but the Provok is a lot more often on sale, around $260, as you can see here, which is a pretty good deal on B&H. Alright guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider subscribing and hit the like button. It does help a lot. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. This was not a sponsor video. I bought both of these bags on my own, so thank you for watching and supporting this channel.